Hey guys, today I'm in the 2019 Kia Stinger GT1. And I just want to thank my friend Jason, who drove this car all the way down from Port St. Lucie, which is an easy 1.5 to 2 hour drive, to allow me to review his brand new car. We're going to get a look at the exterior as well as the interior, see all the cool little features and Easter eggs and quirks that this car has, and then we're going to get it out on the road and see how it drives. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, here she is, the 2019 Kia Stinger GT1. And this example is finished in the beautiful ceramic silver, which is a nice metallic color that has lots of metal flake. And that is over a two-tone red and black leather interior, which we'll get a look at in a second. Now the Stinger GT was introduced in 2018, but this being a 2019 model, nothing has changed. I'm not too sure if this is a 2019 only color or if it was introduced in 2018, but nonetheless, it looks very good. Now, to be honest, Kia has always been known for making small and cheap and not very high quality vehicles. But honestly, if you take the Kia badges off this car, slap a BMW, Jaguar, Mercedes, Audi badge, whatever on it, it would 100% pass for one of those cars. Not only can you tell that the designers put a lot of thought into the look of this car, but everything has a purpose. These vents in the front are actually functional and they feed cool air to the brakes. And it exits over here. These are also functional. You have these large wheels here with Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Actually, it's got 4 piston Brembos in the front and 2 piston in back. For a Kia sedan, that's actually pretty amazing. And what looks like center lock wheels is actually this whole piece is one cover. So one of my favorite things on the Kia Stinger GT is definitely the headlights. Not only are they fully self-contained LED units, but just the overall design and all the little patterns, and they have the turn signals here, which we'll get a look at in a second, look very cool when lit up, especially at night. And even things like the Kia badge is different than in other Kias. And throughout the vehicle you have this black chrome finish that is not only on the mirrors, but surrounds the whole front grille as well as the lower chin over here. And many car companies that offer adaptive cruise control put their radar sensor in a very unsightly place, and it's very, very noticeable. But what Kia has done is they've put the sensor right in the middle of the grille where it has to be so the car can see, but they've actually copied the pattern of the grille onto the sensor. So you're standing 5 feet away, you really can't tell that it's there. Now, along with the adaptive cruise control, you have front parking sensors, blind spot monitoring, and you have lane keep assist right there, automatic wipers, rear parking sensors, reverse camera. I mean, really everything. It's a fully loaded luxury car with all the amenities and creature comforts. So let's get a look at those mirrors. So not only do you have a mirror here, you basically have another mirror over here. It's a very cool finish, and I've never seen another car company do that. So if you lock the car, of course it's keyless entry. So if we go to approach the car, it actually unlocks the car, it senses the key in our pocket, and it folds the mirrors out and unlocks the car. And then you're ready to go. Alright, so we'll lock it back up, finish checking out the rest of the exterior. So as we're walking along the side of the Kia Stinger GT, you notice that it is kind of a mix of a 4-door sedan look and a station wagon look. So while at the back here it looks like you have a traditional trunk, so you got the back window, it's actually a hatchback with tons of cargo space. Got all the little hookup points here if we can put a cargo net. And you've got the Stinger badging here with the GT. And that's actually the only place on the vehicle that you'll see the Stinger badging. It's nowhere on the outside of the car or on the inside, other than the back. And another thing I love back here, along with the parking sensors, you have these vents. These aren't functional, but then again, you wouldn't want them to because it would create turbulent air and more drag, so it's better to have those closed up. You actually have functional and real quad exhaust. So you got 4 tips here. Nice aggressive gloss black diffuser, contrasts nicely with the ceramic silver. And a very interesting taillight design. it looks like there's a full-length light bar, but however on all the trim levels it doesn't actually light up here. That's just a nice design element. And something that's quite controversial about this car are the massive rear reflectors. Now every car is required by law to have reflectors on the side, and they have to have, you know, little LEDs in them to light up at night, but they technically could have stopped here or here with the body line. They continued another about 7 or 8 inches, so it's about a foot long reflector on the side. And on red cars it really blends in, but however on this ceramic silver car or a black one or a white one, it really stands out. But I don't think it takes away from the vehicle. It just adds another unique characteristic about the car, and there's plenty of those. So this car is powered by a 3.3 liter twin turbo V6 that's good for 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. Now there's 2 versions of this car. One is all-wheel drive and one is rear-wheel drive. This is the rear-wheel drive variant, and it actually has launch control too, so we're going to try that out later for sure. So you got more of those black chrome accents down here, right by the rockers, and you've got a glass panoramic roof, which goes more than halfway down the roof of the car. Of course, that's as far as they can do it because you have that kind of coupe slope roof design. It's not straight, so they can't have a full glass roof. But they made it as big as possible, and that's more than most companies will do. They'll just give you a regular sunroof, kind of like Audi or BMW. Alright, now let's turn on the headlights and taillights as well as the hazard lights. So put it to ignition. You got the headlight switch over here. And something that's actually cool is if you really can't see the headlight stock, it'll visibly show you on the screen here, the center screen, if it's on DRLs off, auto, running lights, or lights on, and if you have the auto high beams on. And you got the hazard lights here. But not many cars, or if any, actually show you the status of the headlights. Actually, the wipers do it too. So you have them on, front wiper off, low, high. I mean, there's high, yeah. I don't know of any cars that show you that. So now let's go check it out. And it makes that very, very audible chime to let you know that you've left the car with the headlights on and the ignition. Alright, so you have LED daytime running lights along with those very, very nice looking LED amber turn signals. And then you have the quad LED projectors, which are very, very bright at night. Look very nice. It's all one unit. Love the black housing. The gloss black goes nicely with all the vents and all the other black trim around the car. Alright, let's check out the back. And you've got indicators here in the mirrors, which is a very interesting design. It like kind of starts here, gets very, very skinny, and has a little bit there, but I guess that's for people who are behind you. Alright, now we got that big reflector that goes into the full-length taillight, but like I said earlier, only this part lights up, only the little edges around the taillight. And you have these nice amber rear turn signals, which is usually only a thing that cars in Europe are required to have, but it's nice to see it here on a North American car. So Kia kept them pretty much the same throughout all the countries. Alright, now let's get a look at that twin turbo V6 real quick. Alright, got the hood pull. There goes that chime again, letting us know that the headlights are on. Alright, here we go. We've got some chassis braces here, some struts, and actually nothing that says Kia under here, just says turbo in big red print with this nice fake but nice carbon fiber trim here. GDI. And it's just 3.3 liters, got 2 turbos. It's connected to a 8-speed automatic transmission, which is lightning quick, feels very smooth, and the shifts are almost undetectable. And yeah, you just got some all the vehicle information here. Nothing really too crazy, but you know, nice and clean engine bay. See the intakes there. So we'll close it down. Now let's get a look at the interior. Alright, so turn the headlights off, which without even looking at the stock here, Put it back to auto. Hazards off. Now it's started up. We got the start button over here. Put on the brake. And it's a very mellow sounding exhaust, but it sounds nice. It's nice and clean. Alright, let's close it up. And right away you notice that the car is just very quiet inside, nice. Very, all the sound deadening is put in the right places. There's no actual noticeable wind intrusion or any kind of tire noise that I noticed when driving it. So you've got the GT logo here in the seat, but it doesn't actually say Stinger anywhere in the car. You only have the Kia logo here on the wheel, on the horn button, and another GT logo here on the nice flat bottom, fully leather stitched and perforated steering wheel, with actually the red contrast stitching here goes nice with the red interior. So you've got two-tone red and black leather with actually the same color stitching. Usually that would be contrast stitching, but it does look nice. You get the nice silver trimmed window buttons, metal door handle, all the metal. Actually, this brushed aluminum material is nice. And this car actually has what I'm not sure is standard or optional, but it's got a Harman Kardon system in it, which sounds really good. Got a little tweeter up here. Got a center channel up here. More door speakers down there. There's actually 3 door speakers. And then more back there in the back seat. It's actually quite a roomy back seat. Because of that coupe-like roofline, there's not the most headroom, but it is a large car, and rear legroom is actually not bad. Alright, so here we've got, you know, really standard stuff. Your gauge cluster. You have the physical speedo and tachometer. And then you have the big center screen here, which is actually somewhat configurable. You can change things like the color of the display, the different sound you want the car to make when you actually get in or leave it. Alright, so we got the drive modes, which is another thing, so you have the drive selector over here. So right now we're in comfort. Go to sport. And it changes over here too. So there are 3 places you can see that it changes. You got custom, you have another mode, eco, and then smart. So we'll leave it in sport for now. See what else we've got. Fuel economy, all the trip info, drive info, digital speedo, which I've been keeping that on. Let's see, we go back. Tire pressure, all the driver assistance. So we've got driver attention warning, lane safety, forward collision avoidance, forward collision warning, rear cross traffic collision, blind spot collision warning, pretty much everything. Adaptive cruise control. We got all your lights. Let's see here. One touch turn signals, ambient light brightness, ambient light color. Let's see what he has it on. He's got it on blue. Can't really see it right now in the daylight. Not really sure where it comes from, but it's got a good selection of colors. Headlight delay. Let's see what else we got. Sound. So park assist volume. Welcome sound, which Jason currently has off. Let's just hear what it sounds like. So we'll turn it off. Wow, it plays like a little song, a little jingle when you turn off the car. Alright, so now turn it off, shut the door, start it up again. Yeah, that one's a little annoying. We're gonna turn that back off. Now I know why Jason had it off in the first place. Convenience, easy access, so that just, you know, moves the seat and the wheel when you get out of the car. Easy exit. Welcome mirror light, wireless charging system. It's pretty cool, which I think every car should have now, especially in 2019. So you've got the little pad over here, put my phone in there, which is actually a huge iPhone 8 Plus. And as you can see, the little symbol just came on, little emblem, light, and the phone is now charging. So leave that there because my battery's about to die. And we got the same nice aluminum brushed trim over here. Plenty of storage up here with an auxiliary port, cigarette lighter, USB. The nice, well, it's an electronic shifter. So you have the shift lock release here. Park, reverse, neutral drive. Flip it over to sport mode here. It's a nice leather wrapped shift boot with the red contrast stitching. Electronic park and brake. auto hold, which is a must-have feature for any luxury vehicle. You have the drive mode selector, traction control, heated and cooled seats, which we're definitely going to turn on cooled seats, parking sensors, auto start stop, and then the passenger seat heated and cooled. Little storage bin over here, nice rubber lining so nothing flies around. You actually have a decent center console here. Nice little storage bin up here. And a pretty sizable glove box. And you got this nice full leather wrapped dashboard with all the stitching up here. Goes all the way around. This nice cloth headliner, which I love. And just really the fit and finish is amazing. And I don't want to say that it's nice for a Kia. It's just a nice car. And you could call it just a nice Kia, but honestly that wouldn't be doing it justice. It is a genuinely nice luxury sedan. And a sporty one at that. We're going to get a look at the launch control soon and just all the driving dynamics of it. Alright, so continuing here through the screen, we have other, I'm not sure what that does. This is all just the units and stuff. You want to reset it. We got gauges. Let's go back to gauges actually. Tire pressure. Lap timer. G-force meter, which any performance car should have. Your torque meter, your boost pressure, oil temperature, so that's all important stuff. Let's go back. Let's go back to settings. Convenience. Wiper lights display. Gear position pop-up. Icy road warning. Let's go to lights. That's pretty much it for that. A lot of nice features. We'll go back to the digital speedo here. And the AC vents are nice too. They've got this nice aluminum bezel on the outside, kind of like a dark brush look. And actually, there's a very satisfying click when you close the vent, or actually not close it, but put it back to the neutral position here, to the middle. Very heavy, nice weighted feel to them. They swivel to go to any direction. You got this nice aluminum trim going all the way around. You got your radio, media, seat track buttons, hazard lights, slot for an SD card. Map, navigation. Actually, let's check it out right now. So you've got this actually pretty large infotainment screen. Don't know if it's touchscreen or not. Oh, it is touchscreen, and wow, it is very responsive. So let's see, we'll go to all menus. Let's go to, actually, the swipe. It swipes too. Go to navigation menu. See if we can just go to map. Alright, we got the map here. We make it full screen. I'm not really sure about that. Alright, so we've got the map in full screen now. Actually, let's see if we can move it around. It's actually just as responsive as any smartphone. It really is amazing. See if you could pinch to zoom. Yep, you could zoom out. See if we can go home. Go to my menu. Got climate controls up here. Really standard stuff, but it's really done in an elegant way. I really do like this infotainment system. We've got the nice rearview mirror up here, which is something you really don't see much anymore, is the direction in the mirror. I mean, I know lots of times when I'm driving I would like to see the direction up in the mirror. Alright, so we got visors here, LED up there. We got all the controls for the power moonroof up here. We got the LED lighting, so we got like that. And half a click for the power sunshade to go back. And then a full click to have it open. It opens pretty wide, but on a hot day like this, we definitely want to close it, so that'd be a full click. It closes up. And then a half click. Oh, actually, now that we did a full click, it's doing it by itself. That's very nice. Actually, these are such nice seats. They're very heavily bolstered, but the bolsters aren't really hard. They're actually pretty soft, so they have some give to them. And you have the nice thigh extensions over here, and all the perforation for the ventilated seats. It's really just a nice place to be. Very comfortable. I'm about 5'11". I have plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. Alright, so now we're going to get the car out on the road and see what it's like to drive. Alright, first let's get a start up and get a few revs and see how it sounds. Put it into sport mode. It doesn't sound bad. Alright, now let's go try a little launch control and see what it's like to drive. So right now we're driving the 2019 Kia Stinger GT1. And I've got it in sport mode right now. The RPMs are holding on as long as they can before having to go to the next gear. The steering feels tighter. I don't know if it's just my imagination or if the car even has adjustable suspension, but the suspension feels tighter, stiffer, but nonetheless very forgiving. The ride quality is really sublime. It's comfortable, quiet. I hear little to no tire noise and almost no wind noise. Got on some little back streets here. Honestly, handles pretty amazingly too. Alright, so I just want to find somewhere where we can try launch control real quick. And honestly, my general opinion of this car, after spending the whole day with it, is everything from the quality of the interior to the way that it drives, the way the suspension rides, the way the steering feels, the way everything you touch feels, the exhaust note. It's not intrusive, but it sounds good. The transmission shifts are flawless thanks to that 8-speed transmission. And honestly, I don't even want to say that it's a nice Kia. It's a nice car. It's a genuinely nice addition to the luxury sports sedan segment. And I think Kia really hit a home run here. They knocked it out of the park. I don't know what else to say. I've driven pretty much everything. Definitely every luxury sports sedan on the market. All, you know, BMWs, Mercedes, Jaguars, Audis, Infinitis. And I can honestly say that this is up there with the best of them. Alright, so now we're just going to find somewhere where we can do a little launch control real quick. This looks like a nice little straightaway. So to do launch control, you have to have it in sport mode, which we do. Then you have to turn traction control and stability control off. So instead of just pressing one, instead of just one press of the button, you have to hold it down, traction control disabled, and then stability control disabled. So foot hard on the brake, foot on the gas. It says launch control ready, and it's amazing. I mean, I felt that 365 horsepower. It's got over 370 pound-feet of torque. Steering is very responsive. I mean, just the way that it responds, it handles its weight very well. It's actually a hair under 4,000 pounds, so it's one of the lightest in the luxury sports sedan market. And waiting for traffic here, you gotta love that auto hold feature. Once you turn it on, you put your foot on the brake once. Alright, so put it down. Wow, I actually got traction control to come on there for a second. Alright, so we turn back on stability control. We just have traction control disabled now. And I would love to feel what this car is like on a road course, because the way that it feels on these back streets, which are actually kind of bumpy and really not the best quality roads, but nonetheless the car is performing admirably. There's little to no turbo lag. I don't know if that's due to having two turbos or just the way that they tune the engine, but definitely feels good. And of course it's not on the power level of an M5 or an E63, but it's also about a third the price of those cars. I mean, for what you get, I mean, I got auto hold, I got my flat bottom steering wheel, got my Harman Kardon sound system, got cooled seats on. I mean, don't know what more you could want. For 50 grand, this car is really a steal, and I would say it's the bargain of the year. Alright guys, well that should do it for this review of the 2019 Kia Stinger GT1. Once again, I just want to thank my friend Jason for making the long drive down here to let me review his brand new car. See you next time, guys.